Hello, my dear friends. It's Andrea here. I would like to talk about eclipses today. Usually, I don't publish such topics so well in advance, even on Patreon. So today it's February 25th when I shoot this video, and I talk already about the events in April and May, mainly the eclipses. And this is due to the fact that I was asked on Patreon and on Twitter, and of course I would like to provide the best value for you. So for sure, the Patreon supporters, thank you so much for that, would get access to this material right now in advance, and for the public we will consider really broadcasting this information in the beginning of April. What happens with eclipses? I was asked, for example, will April 21st be a top or a bottom rather for BTC? And it seems that there are controversial opinions, different opinions. My opinion is as follows. The eclipse which happens on the 20th of April will be a positive one, and in my opinion it will be associated with a local top in the markets due to the fact that we do have Sun and Moon at an unrated degree, so still maybe this is not the best configuration, but they are conjunct Jupiter, which is near the star called Akamar that has Jupiter and Venus energy, so it's about increase in monetary value. Therefore, I do think that around April 19th it will be a local top for Ethereum, and April 17th for Bitcoin. More details you can find in the material that is written, and it's accessible for Patreon members. Now, what would happen afterwards? Because everybody talks about a potential bottom. Would it happen? I think yes, but I see it rather in May, after the second eclipse, which happens in the beginning of May. I think it's on the 5th. And we get there really a debilitated moon, which means that the moon is very weak in Scorpio. It's also near an unnamed star with a negative connotation, and this would really show a bearish sentiment overall in the markets, and it would be associated with price drops. I do see the second part of May as a possible bottom for both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And for Bitcoin, I do see maybe less turmoil because for ETH already mid-May could be associated with price drops. In my opinion, you can find the exact dates, volatility periods in the material written and attached to this Patreon entry for the Patreon members. Basically, we do get also turmoil in the markets on S&P 500 in May, in the last week starting the 20th, and usually these eclipses that are associated with the south node of the moon would be rather associated with decreases in price in the markets. So the fact that we do have specific negative aspects everywhere, so sort of uniformly, the eclipse itself, then on BTC and on ETH, this leads me to the conclusion that in the second part of May, maybe in the last days, even the first part of June, there would be a possible bottom locally where you will have the opportunity to buy if you think about that. Now, regarding the first eclipse. I wrote that in the material and I almost forgot to mention this. We might have a temporary drop or hiccup, so to speak, because we do have a negative aspect on BTC and I think also on Ethereum, but I find this will be very short-lived or insignificant when I compare with the positive forces and the positive configuration that is meant to increase prices overall. I think that would prevail. Again, exact dates you can find in the written entry attached in PDF format. I hope this information is useful for you to allocate your capital and to anticipate ups and bottoms in the next period of time. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for your loyalty, for the Patreon members, and until next time, be joyful.